Hi there. I'm working on this project for some time now, and I get more and more reason to push it through or try to get some result out of it. And it's the self-defense against extinction project. And the key of the premise of the project is that if crime is legal, if the destruction of humanity is a legal process, if it's all protected by law, how can you defend yourself against it? Can you use the argument of self-defense if you take action, unilateral action? It's pretty clear that we are in a big machine, a corporate machine that tries to go on business as usual, try to deplete everything, because that's what the business models are based on. You know, as long as there's fish, we will be catching, and as long as there's oil, we will be drilling, because we know how to do that, and that's our job. That, however, is not what we can do if we want to survive as a planet, because we have now we see climate change. We will, as a result of that, have runaway climate change if we don't act. And as a result of runaway climate change, we will have dead oceans. Dead oceans will create poisonous gas, and poisonous gas will then kill everything, primarily those oxygen-breathing, warm-blooded animals like humans, and all plants. That has happened before, and that's the scenario we're looking at right now. There's no other scenario that is more likely to happen if you look into these things. It's very ironic that you see that the corruption that is allowed in the US is let's say it's an a la carte political system where politicians can be chosen based on by corporations funded to market their politicianship to their public persona. Of course, they have to be trusted by the public, but not so much anymore these days, and they ascend to the ranks of the lawmakers, and there they execute the corporate plans. That's exactly what's happening. This report describes how BP gives $25,000 to a politician that denies climate change. You know, what headway are you going to make, and how immoral are you? Are you as a company? You know, where if you try to work there, you are supposed to be very smart to support somebody that's clearly an idiot. It's clearly a very retarded moron. And that's somebody that just wants to have the power of being a lawmaker in return for pretending to be a complete idiot. And of course, the idiots that are always there to help is the public. If you misinform them enough and you make it an emotional thing, like there's a little girl that died because she was hit by a piece of windmill. These evil windmills, and they're so ugly and they make noise. Let's destroy them all. You know, if you get a politician with that type of a story, then you might be swayed. And you might think, well, okay, we can do alternative energy, but windmills, they're so dangerous. Never do it. And then you get a moronic politician that kind of tries to tap into that demography of people that are just, wouldn't find their ass with a flashlight. What happens is that these people make the laws, and that these laws are legal, and that if you try to do something against them, you are illegal, you are breaking the law. And that's a big problem, I think, because, of course, it's not about what a corporation wants to make profit. You know, I could start a gravedigger union, or there probably is a gravedigger union, and I'll try to get a politician into office that does all kinds of lethal things that are still allowed. So he tries to get rid of the FDA, he tries to get rid of all kinds of rules in traffic, he tries to get rid of all kinds of care for the elderly, and all these things he can do. And then my gravedigger union will of course be very happy because we have more clients, more dead clients. That's possible in the US, nothing prohibits it. But you would say it's immoral, and you would probably say that it's illegal to try to induce death, no matter how indirect. It's just can't do it. So what do you do then? That's what my project is about, and I think that it's possible, and it will, and it's really quite fortunate if it's possible that you can argue in front of a judge that the world is really turning into a toxic swamp, and we are really going to die from that, and it's really a result of the actions taken now by corporations that are corrupting our legal system, that are corrupting our laws, and that are reducing our survivability on a daily basis for money. And that if I do something illegal, then I'm defending my own life. I'm defending myself. And if I'm not defending myself, then I'm defending somebody else. And, you can also say, because then somebody will object, you have legal recourse. That's bullshit. These companies, they change the law, they go out, they take your water, and then you have legal recourse for like 5 years and you get a piece of paper or a little bit of money, but you're still shafted. The fracking practices that first of all is very hard to object to legally, but once you have a case, once you get everybody together to tell them that your drinking water has become carcinogen laden, and you get immediately sick because it's saturated by methane, which is gas, natural gas, then you sit there with a bunch of people in a courtroom and you can take a procedure for years and years because these companies are there legally. And that's the asymmetry in justice that you create if you have these corporations that don't care about anybody but money, or anything but money, make the laws. Then the justice system is hijacked, it is poisoned by laws that are dangerous to people. How do you solve that? I don't know. But there should be judges that say, well, listen, your action is illegal, but because you do it, because you think you have to do it, and you rightfully believe you have to do it, because the planet is going to waste, and you are going with it, and everything you like is going with it, you might be acquitted and you don't commit a crime, because that's the way it works. If you are found to be, defending yourself, then you don't commit a crime. That's my project about. That's what my project's about. And if you agree with this, then I'm interested in what you can help. Maybe you are a legal expert or you're no legal expert. Get these people on board and make sure that you get some kind of foundation of a right for survival and survivability, even of the species ultimately, in the current completely messed up situation.